Namaste, good morning. Let us begin. Sit comfortably. Gently close your eyes. Keep your back straight. Relax your shoulders. Connect with your breath. Let go of all the other thoughts and distractions. Visualize Bhagwan Vishnu in front of your eyes. Let us invoke the blessings of Bhagwan Ganesha, Ma Lakshmi, Ma Saraswati, and all the gurus before we begin this journey. Bring your hands to Namaskara. Let us chant the invocation shlokas together. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Namastestu Mahamaye Shri Surapujite Shankachakra-Gada-Haste Mahalakshmi Namostute Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambam Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gururdevo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gently open your eyes. So we are embarking on a interesting and impactful journey. This is going to be a long journey as well. We have done slightly longer shlokas. We have done Aditya Hridayam, Mahishasuramardini Stotram. These were slightly longer stotras, but Vishnu Sahasranama is even longer. When we listen to MS Subbulakshmi Ma's rendition, it takes around 30 minutes with her speed of chanting. So, and we also want to learn the meaning as we also learn the pronunciation. So that is the goal. Before we begin Vishnu Sahasranama, let us quickly recap the importance of Nama Japa. We briefly discussed this during our Rama Rasa sessions. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, it is mentioned that for different yugas, for the 4 yugas, the spiritual practices are listed, and the equivalent. So in the case of Satya Yuga, one does deeper tapas, deeper contemplation, deeper meditation. In Treta Yuga, it is all about yajna, through sacrifices. That is the way worship was done. In the Dwapara Yuga, the worship was a little more elaborate, though it is not as intense as the earlier yugas. Still, the worship rituals and procedures were elaborate. Whereas in the case of Kali Yuga, given the limitations of our mind, the recommended sadhana is kirtana, chanting the name of Bhagwan, chanting the glories of Bhagwan. So, repeated Nama Japa is the recommended practice. And this Nama Japa, it can be of our Ishta Devata, it can be of any Devata with whom we can easily relate to. It is also about connecting with the meaning behind the name. So when we are starting Vishnu Sahasranama, 1,000 names. So 1,000 names of Bhagavan Vishnu. These are not some random list of names. Each name has a deeper meaning, a deeper significance. And by understanding these names, we contemplate upon those divine attributes, divine qualities. And that is the essence of chanting Vishnu Sahasranama. So, as we progress in this journey, we will understand those 1,000 names of Bhagavan Vishnu. Vishnu Sahasranama comes under Mahabharata. Under Mahabharata, there are 5 important texts. Mahabharata itself has over 1 lakh shlokas. The most familiar one is Bhagavad Gita, which is a dialogue samvada between Arjuna and Bhagavan Krishna. We are discussing some of the learnings from Bhagavad Gita through our Jnana Sadhana sessions every Sunday. The second important text is what we are starting today, the Vishnu Sahasranama. The benefits are so many, but the immediate thing that you feel when you chant Vishnu Sahasranama is complete peace. Once you finish, you feel that sense of peace. Even when you are listening, when you are just playing Vishnu Sahasranama in the background, you feel a sense of calmness, a sense of peace pervading your entire being. So we will discuss in detail what Vishnu Sahasranama is and what are those 1,000 names of Bhagavan Vishnu. The third important text is Vidura Niti. Vidura Niti is a conversation between Vidura and Dhritarashtra. They discuss many things related to ethics, governance. There is one interesting set of conversation that happens where Dhritarashtra talks about a sleeplessness, and then Vidura elaborates on the reasons why someone would face sleeplessness. So that is a very interesting portion in Vidura Niti, along with so many other aspects. I'm yet to explore this particular text in detail, but definitely we all should have interest in learning more about what is told in our scriptures on governance, on the overall running of the kingdom, what are the responsibilities of the rulers. So all those are discussed in Vidura Niti. The fourth text is Yaksha Prashna. It is a conversation between a Yaksha and Yudhishthira. So again, so many questions, around 120 questions are asked by Yaksha, and Yudhishthira gives beautiful answers. And I've just started reading this text. This is the fourth one. The fifth one is called Sanat Sujatiya. Again, this is a conversation between Dhritarashtra and a sage, Sanat Sujata. The discourse that is there in this particular portion of Mahabharata, it resembles very much into the deep philosophical concepts that are described in the Upanishads. So, about what is ultimate goal of human life, um, who is Brahman, what is self knowledge, what is ignorance of self, all those aspects are discussed in detail in Sanat Sujatiya. So these are the texts. So Mahabharata itself is so humongous. It's not just the stories, it's also a lot of key learnings that are embedded throughout Mahabharata. So our focus is on Vishnu Sahasranama. Vishnu Sahasranama appears in the Anushasana Parva. Parva means a section. In the Anushasana Parva, 149th Adhyaya, 149th chapter is where Vishnu Sahasranama is given. And this happens when Bhishma Pitamaha is lying on the bed of arrows. Yudhishthira goes up to him and asks him a series of questions. And Bhishma's response is what is captured in Vishnu Sahasranama. And the interesting part is when Bhishma is talking about the glories of Mahavishnu, the 1000 names of Mahavishnu, this conversation occurs in the presence of Sri Krishna. So that is such a beautiful coincidence. And Sahasra means 1000 names. Sahasra also means infinite, uncountable, innumerable. So all these can also map to Sahasra. And the context is the first part of Vishnu Sahasranama is when Yudhishthira poses 6 questions to Bhishma. Bhishma answers those questions and then he continues those answers in the form of 1000 names. The benefits of chanting, it is again, we will discuss when we come to the Phalashruti, but also it is very much experiential. People have narrated their own personal experiences in so many forums. Overall well-being, prosperity, removal of obstacles, peace, health, especially physical and mental health, improves a lot when we chant Vishnu Sahasranama regularly. There are also specific shlokas that are mapped based on our birth nakshatra. So if you are belonging to a certain nakshatra, there are certain shlokas that you might have to chant. So that is also given. There are also certain goal specific shlokas. So if there is a particular goal that you are looking at, be it relationships, be it improving your overall energy, uh, strength against enemies. So for particular goals, there are certain shlokas that are given. We will, once we complete, we will discuss about those mappings. So benefits are many. So as we chant, we experience, but definitely we are not going to focus only on those benefits. It is all about the process that we are going to go through. So the structure is, there is a first section called as the Purva Bhaga. Purva Bhaga has invocation shlokas. There are 5 shlokas. When you listen to M.S. Subbulakshmi Ma's version, there are 5 shlokas presented in the invocation section. There are certain sampradayas where one more shloka is added. So I am going to bring those. I have seen 2 different variations. So the 2 shlokas that are included as part of invocation, we will also learn those. So depending on your sampradaya, you can choose those and choose one of those and chant the invocation shlokas, or you can only chant the 5 shlokas as given, as presented in the M.S. Subbulakshmi Ma's version. Then there is a series of questions and answers by Yudhishthira and the response by Bhishma. Then there is a Purvanyasa part, which is one long shloka. And then there is a set of dhyana shlokas. So dhyana shlokas are very important before we start any long stotra. So here we are learning Vishnu Sahasranama. There is Lalita Sahasranama. There is Shiva Sahasranama. There are so many other variations, so many other Sahasranamas for various deities. So in Lalita Sahasranama also there is a Dhyana shlokas. There are a set of Dhyana shlokas. So dhyana shlokas help us to establish the divine presence in our minds, in our hearts, before we proceed with the actual stotram. So instead of just starting with the stotram, if we have those dhyana shlokas in mind, it is very easy for us to get into um, the meditative state of mind as we progress with the Sahasranamas. So once the Purva Bhaga is done, we get into the Sahasranama Stotram. This is the actual list of 1,000 names of Mahavishnu given, 108 shlokas. Followed, once that is done, then we get into Phalashruti or the Uttara Bhaga section, where there are about 33 shlokas. So we will proceed in the same order. And with Bhagwan's grace, hopefully we should be able to complete in about 3 to 4 months. My plan is that we will take up 2 to 3 shlokas per session. We have 30 to 40 minutes time per weekday. So it's okay, depending on how much our time the shloka needs, we will give. No rush, no hurry. I have started this on this Padmini Ekadasi. And also, if you are a mom, your calendar schedule aligns pretty much with your children. So now that the school sessions have started, they have a syllabus that they will be learning this year. So for us moms who are interested, we can take up Vishnu Sahasranama as one of the subjects which we will be learning this year. So it aligns perfectly with our children's schedule as well. So in terms of meaning and understanding the significance of the 1,000 names, we will be referring to Shankara Bhashya. Adi Shankaracharya ji's very first commentary is on Vishnu Sahasranama. So when after he studied under his guru, Govinda Bhagavad Pada, his guru instructed him to first start his commentary on Vishnu Sahasranama. He has written so many texts, commentary on Upanishads, but the very first commentary that he wrote was on Vishnu Sahasranama. So it is so significant in that sense. The references that I am learning, and before that, a disclaimer, I am not a Sanskrit scholar. I am a student and I am learning as well. So my references are what I've given here. There is a beautiful set of discourses given by Acharya Srimati Surya Priyaji. Her YouTube channel is Advaita Bharati. I think she is based out of Chennai or Coimbatore, one of these two places, I think. So around 65 uh, lectures, each around 1 hour, she has given. So 65 hours of detailed discourses. So in English, you can find in her YouTube channel. Highly recommend that if you are learning Vishnu Sahasranama, do check out these discourses and listen to those elaborate versions. We will not be able to go into that detail. She has done a very beautiful job. So I am only going to be taking some part of the learning which I have understood and I'll be presenting. I'll also be looking at a couple of other books. One by Swami Chinmayananda, his commentary, and another by Swami Tapasyananda. This is from Ramakrishna Mission. So all these are based on Shankara Bhashya. So we are focusing on Shankara Bhashya as the main reference for us. So as we progress, we will only be looking at Shankara Bhashya for the meaning. With that background, let us first proceed to the invocation shlokas. First one, Shuklam Dharam. Shuklam Dharam. Dha Mahaprana. Here there is half ka. Shukla. Shuklam Dharam. Vishnum. Vishnum. Shuklam Dharam Vishnum. Shashi Varnam. Shashi Varnam. Chatur Bhujam. Chatur Bhujam. Bha Mahaprana. This is not Shashi Varnam. It is Varnam. In Tamil, it is Munushuri Na. Shashi Varnam. Chatur Bhujam. So you can say Shashi Varnam Chatur Bhujam. That is perfectly fine. Based on the Sandhi rule, what we can also chant is this is an Anuswara here, followed by Cha. Cha, the Chavarga ends with Cha, Cha, Jha, Jha, Nya. So, Shashi Varnan Chaturbhujam. Varnan Chaturbhujam. The Nya sound should come. Shashi Varnan Chaturbhujam. So, it just flows easily. When you say Shashi Varnam Chaturbhujam, your lips are coming together and then you have to open and say Chaturbhujam. But when you say Shashi Varnan Chaturbhujam, it is flowing very smoothly. Prasanna Vadanam. Prasanna Vadanam. Dhyayet. Dhyayet. Dha Mahaprana. But there is half the. Dhyayet. Sarva. Sarva. Vignopa. Gha Mahaprana. But half G only. So Sarva Vignopa Shantaye. Sarva Vignopa Shantaye. So pronunciation is very, very important. If we make small mistakes, sometimes the meaning itself changes. So be very attentive when you are chanting. With practice, all these mistakes will be gone. But when you are learning, um, be very aware of these small, small things so that you don't miss out. Once we learn the wrong pronunciation, it is very difficult to unlearn after some time. Okay. So this invocation shloka, there are two different ways to understand. This first shloka is usually chanted as an invocation for Bhagwan Ganesha because Vigna Upashantaye, Sarva Vigna Upashantaye. So this shloka is first referring to removal of obstacles. So when we think of removal of obstacles, the first god who comes to our mind is Bhagwan Ganesha. So this shloka is usually associated with Bhagwan Ganesha. But there are also um, uh, different variations where this is addressed to Bhagwan Vishnu, because if you see in the first line, Shuklam Baradaram Vishnu, the God Vishnu's name is also is mentioned directly. So you can take either of the two interpretations. Let's understand the meaning. So dhyayet, dhyana, meditation. I meditate upon Vishnu, God Vishnu. If you're thinking of the other meaning where we are referring to Bhagwan Ganesha, Vishnu, the word Vishnu means one who is all pervading, all pervasiveness. That is the nature. So Bhagwan Ganesha is all pervasive in nature. So that interpretation can also be taken. So I meditate upon Bhagwan Vishnu or Bhagwan Ganesha. Sarva Vigna Upashantaye. Why do I meditate? I meditate so that all the obstacles will be removed in my journey that I am about to undertake. So before we start anything auspicious, anything which is a long project, we always start with this shloka. So we meditate so that all our obstacles that might come our way are removed. Shukla Ambara Dharam. So one who is adorned or one who is wearing, Shukla means white, Ambara clothes, one who is wearing white clothes. Shashi Varnam. Shashi refers to the moon, one who has the color or the radiance, the brightness of the moon. Chatur Bhujam. Chatur, four arms. Bhuja means arms. So one who has four arms. Prasanna Vadanam. Prasanna, one who has a very pleasant, radiant serene face. So these are the attributes being talked about. To that Bhagwan, we are praying so that all our obstacles in this journey may be removed. So what are those obstacles? So in our Shastras, there are three types of obstacles that are talked about. Obstacles are Vigna, Vignaharta, that is Bhagwan Ganesha, right? Vignesha. So what are those three types of obstacles? The first one is Adhyatmika. The second one is Adi Bhautika. The third one is Adi Daivika. So first, let's talk about Adi Daivika. Adi Daivika is all those obstacles that we might face because of rain, because of any cyclone, storm. So now that we are planning to attend this Vishnu Sahasranama learning for the next 3-4 months, and monsoon season is picking up, right? Slowly in June, we will experience rain in many parts of southern India. So because of storm, there might be electricity disruption. We might have gone somewhere, we may not have been able to come back to attend this session because of the rains. So all these are possible, right? So these are the obstacles because of natural forces. Tsunamis, earthquakes, all these are natural calamities. And we have absolutely no control over these natural forces. So, and we should not be meddling with these natural forces either. So these are the obstacles which are called Adi Daivika. The second set of obstacles are called as Adi Bhautika. Adi Bhautika, one belongs to those obstacles that belong to the worldly realm. Worldly realm, all the environmental issues, all the environment in the sense what we face on a day-to-day basis. It could be from people, it could be from other beings, any situations, unexpected situations that might have come out. So when you are about to attend the class, electricity went, and then you are not able to charge your phone or laptop, right? So these are some of the unexpected issues because of which we may not be able to proceed attending the sessions regularly. So Adi Bhautika, do we have control over these Adi Bhautika obstacles? Partially, yes. So we can plan ahead, we can expect what kind of obstacles that might come our way, and we can plan and prepare ahead. But it's not like completely these can be eliminated. So these are the Adi Bhautika obstacles. The third set of obstacles are called as Adhyatmika. Adhyatmika obstacles are ones which are self-created. And if you see in these three categories, the ones that are uh, most in number is Adhyatmika obstacles. These are self-created. Sometimes we might think, oh, maybe I will listen to the recording. Maybe I will catch up over the weekend. It could be because of genuine reasons, but sometimes it could be because of our own laziness. We might procrastinate. There could also be other emotions we might have felt before the session. So because of which there could be anger and stress, which will prevent us from focusing completely on the chanting. So these are the self-created obstacles on which we have complete control. And this is where most of the obstacles usually happen, not just in this learning, any project you start, most of the obstacles that we face are self-created. Um, so when we chant any Shanti mantra, we end it with Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. So these three Shanti that we say at the end of Shanti mantra is mapped to these three obstacles, these three types of obstacles. And in one of the discourses, I heard that the Shanti that we say, the first one will be louder, the second one will be slightly louder, not very loud. The third one will be a little more subtle when you chant. The third one is for the obstacles created by our own self. So that's how the audio, when we chant, that slowly sort of reduces, the volume reduces, so that the third shanti is only for us. So we need to hear that shanti. So Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So I found this example very interesting. So that's why I wanted to share with you all. Now let's learn the let's chant this shloka. I'm sure many of you might be aware of it, but still let's chant in our usual pattern. The first pada three times, I mean each pada three times, then the first line, each line three times, and then the entire shloka together three times. Shuklam Vishnum Shuklam Vishnum Shuklam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannabadanam Dhyayet Prasannabadanam Dhyayet Prasannabadanam Dhyayet Sarvavighnopashantaye Sarvavighnopashantaye Sarvavighnopashantaye. So one another sandhi rule that I just missed. So here dhyayet, dha. So tha, tha, dha, dha, na. So prasanna vadanan dhyayet. Prasanna vadanan dhyayet. Or prasanna vadanam dhyayet. That is also perfectly fine. First line. Shuklam bharadaram Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Shuklam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Shuklam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये. Complete shloka three times. Shuklam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannabadanam Dhyayet Sarvavighnopashantaye. Shuklam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannabadanam Dhyayet Sarvavighnopashantaye. Shuklam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannabadanam Dhyayet Sarvavighnopashantaye. We'll continue the remaining invocation prayers tomorrow. Gently close your eyes. Bring your hands to Namaskara. We will chant Shri Rama Rama Rameti three times. Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane Shri Rama Rama Rameti रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनामवरानने श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनामवरानने. Gently open your eyes. Thank you for joining. We will continue tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anuragha ji.